Hello everyone, welcome back again to my channel, my ombonge kore people. They say new year we go sweet, now from the beginning we go no. Happy new year to every one of you, my wonderful correct people. My people, Nigeria is currently going through a lot, and this time around the terrorists are not even hiding. They are going openly to threaten Christians that if they do not convert to Islam, then they will be pied. My people, the US Congressman Riley Moore has raised alarm over reports of threats against Christians in Nigeria. He said statements attributed to an Islamic State affiliated group and calling the situation religious persecution. Moore said on X on Thursday night that the debate over the motives behind attacks on Christian community in Nigeria should be settled. If there were any remaining doubts that Christians in Nigeria are being targeted for their faith in Jesus Christ, this should end that debate. Guys, like, it's no longer safe for Christians at this point. This one is, if you do not convert to Muslim, then there is a problem. Why is it that we no longer have the times where people openly say the religious group they want to belong to, and now they are being forced into religious groups that they do not want to be part of, and this time around they might end up joining those groups just because of their life. He said this isn't about land usage, climate change, or any other argument the left wants to make. This is persecution of our brothers and sisters for their faith in Jesus Christ, plain and simple. Moore was responding to posts circulating on X earlier in the day that said the Islamic State West African Province, known as ISWAP, released an image showing a Christian village in Adamawa. According to those posts, the image was accompanied by a statement declaring that all Christians in Nigeria are legitimate targets and that they have an opportunity to spare their blood by converting to Islam or paying the jizya tax to ISWAP. The viral post read, ISWAP released an image of one of the Christian villages in Adamawa State burning, alongside a statement saying that all Christians in Nigeria are legitimate targets and they have an opportunity to spare their own blood by converting to Islam or paying the jizya tax to ISWAP. My people, what is this? This is really so sad. It is really so sad. And at this point, presidents of other countries need to intervene if really they want to save Christians. Guys, I want us to watch what the president of Israel has to say about this. Also, what Barrister Darlington has to contribute to this. He really said a lot. He really said a lot. Do well to subscribe, follow, and turn on your bell icon so anytime I drop this news as them they hot, you will get notified. Let's hear this.
Our Consul General in New York, our Consul General in Miami, and every one of my delegation, we feel that this is a theater that has to be engaged with great force. Who's to engage in us in this? It's us. It's you and us. And we have to, we have to be, I think we have to stand up and be counted. They have to hear our voice. There are some people who believe that, that faith should be silent and terrorism should be understood. No. Faith should speak its voice and terrorism should be confronted, not understood, confronted and defeated. And that is what we're engaged in right now. So I want you to know that I spoke with President Trump yesterday. I said this publicly too. I see the battle against us and the battle against our Judeo-Christian tradition basically being waged around the globe. And it's waged primarily by two forces, radical Shiite Islam and radical Sunni Islam. That means the axis that is led by Iran, much battered, admittedly, but still there, and the axis, the Sunni axis, led by the Muslim Brotherhood, which permeates everything. They go to Europe, they go to the United States, they go to Africa, Nigeria. And we are conscious of the fact that Christians are being persecuted across the Middle East, in Syria, in Lebanon, in Nigeria, in Turkey, and beyond. And we're also aware of the fact, as you are, that one country protects the Christian community, enables it to grow, defends it, and makes sure that it thrives. And that country is Israel. There is no other. And we are joining an effort to have basically a United Nations of countries that support Christian communities around the world, beleaguered communities who deserve our help. Just as you are helping us, we want to help back. And we're capable of doing that. In Africa with Intel, in the Middle East with a lot of means that I won't itemize each one. But this is what our agenda is. It's a main part of our agenda. And it's going to continue with greater force and greater might in this coming year. I want to use this opportunity to wish you all, well, it's kind of late for a Merry Christmas, but a belated Happy Christmas, and not a belated, and on time, Happy New Year. May it be a year of prosperity, peace, and security for all of us, but especially for the Christian communities
Starting
around
this
the
year,
world.
2026, ISWAP released an image of one of the Christian villages in Adamawa State burning alongside a statement saying that all Christians, now it's not isolated, they said all Christians in Nigeria are legitimate targets and they have an opportunity to spare their blood by converting to Islam or paying the jizya tax to ISWAP. That's what they're saying. And this was an information released by Brand Phillip. And it's scary. It was kind of scary because everyone was like, what? Could this be that Trump's direct involvement in Nigeria may lead to a level of escalation and instability that has never been seen before since the fight against insurgency began? Benjamin Netanyahu also said the same thing, that people should not be persecuted because of their faith. And he's joining his faith with the US in decimating this terrorist. And obviously, so what Israel did with with Palestine rather. Now, the situation is this, Barrister Darlington. Bala Muhammad is giving his own stance by saying that if what is going on continues, they'll declare war. In what form, we don't know. ISWAP is coming to say now we're not isolating our targets. All Christians are our targets. They did a video burning down villages in Adamawa State predominated by Christians, and they're saying it's in retaliation for what happened on Christmas Day. Obviously, the US bombings hit their targets, as well as even Nigeria Air Force too. They've been doing quite a lot of damage. What should happen now? Because the president is not in the country.
The Christians should guide their loins now. It's not a declaration of war. What is it that they were discussing in a hush tone? It has become clearer now. It's no longer a joke.
But Nigeria has lived in harmony with their different religions. ISWAP is now coming to do what?
ISWAP is being sponsored. Leave that thing. Didn't you read the documents by that Danjuma Ali Kefas? Those things, how these people are fueling insecurity. So what are you saying?
But how come they're making this declaration now? Really? All this while, even if they were doing what they were doing, wasn't upfront.
They were pretending until Donald Trump woke them up. So if that man had not done what he did, they would have finished the whole Christians in the north, surreptitiously, gradually. Today, they will hit one village, then we'll make noise. After we make noise, maybe 1 or 2 weeks again, they'll go to the other village, finish all the Christians there, and then replace them with their own people.
So it's a takeover thing.
Like they did in Benue and Plateau. Esther, can't you see what is going on here? It's a deliberate and calculated effort. Meanwhile, northern leaders are not saying anything, Esther, northern leaders have just kept criminal silence over this matter. Look at what somebody said. Imagine a Christian group now coming out to say they are going to kill all the Muslims. And they'll go ahead doing it. What do you think will happen?
Barrister,
what do you think will happen?
Other Muslims have condemned what
it's a lie. They are not serious about it. Leave that thing. They are all deceit. They are all deceit, Esther. Forget that thing. They are all deceit. They are not sincere. Leave that thing. They will come out and tell you that they don't like what they are doing. Meanwhile, they are the one that brought them in. Esther, they are the one that brought them in. What effort have you seen the Muslims? What effort have they made concerning this matter? Look at how many Christians have been killed. How many Christians have been taken over? Yeah, they kept quiet. They don't talk. I said if a Christian group should rise up today and form their own militia and go after Muslims, what do you think will happen, Esther? No, tell me what will happen. But now that the Muslims are doing this now, everybody is there keeping a hush silence. When they come and they say, we don't like it, we condemn it. You condemn with him out. Action speak louder than words, Esther. Action speak louder than words. Before Donald Trump came, didn't they see what was going on here? What did they do about it? Tell me. Gumi was all over the place, hobnobbing with terrorists. Are you serious? All the other people they took over from Africa. Is that not the same pattern, the same modus operandi? No, tell me what has changed. Is that not the same way they took over from African states? When people were pretended as if they don't know what is going on. Before they woke up, the whole place has become a Muslim state. These people have declared this and they're going ahead. Look, Esther, let me tell these people now. Let me tell them. If they're not careful, now that America and Israel have entered into the ring, the Third World War will be a religious war.
And that's what we're trying to avoid.
I said the Third World War.
Nigeria cannot.
Maybe after that, these people will at least let the world have peace. It's becoming too much.
We are a very peculiar nation, right? And we have harmonized ourselves all this while. ISWAP is being used as a political tool to decimate the little sanctity that Nigerians are trying to do. So the question now is this. What are the traditional leaders in this community, especially in the Islamic-dominated regions, going to do about this to ensure that it doesn't seem like they're aligning with what ISWAP is doing?
They cannot come out because they are working with them. They can. You can.
We cannot generalize to say that they're all working with them.
I don't want to hear that too.
No, we cannot generalize.
What have they done? Practically, what effort have they made? You saw what Shetima did with Kabiru Sokoto, and now he's the vice president of Nigeria. Esther, can they give any Christian that privilege? If you have played the role Shetima played, can they allow him to be vice president of Nigeria? Esther, what are you talking about, for God's sake? If somebody who is a Christian were to play the role Shetima played with Kabiru Sokoto, will the Muslims allow him to become the vice president of this country? You say now you cannot answer that question. And this is somebody at that height, number 2 person in Nigeria. Number 2 person in Nigeria. And you are telling me that something not going on underneath, Abi? I said go and look at their modus operandi. They will set out these guys to go and do the damage, then secure the place, take it over. Then after they will now establish Emirate Council there, and it has become their own.
What do you think the president? Because I am surprised to see that all the presidential aides, all they have been speaking about is Peter Obi's defection to the ADC.
Don't mind that,
and not the present current circumstances. Ever since yesterday,
yes,
all of them, Daniel Bwala, Bayo Onanuga, all of them, Bashir Ahmed, all of them, and including the data boys, have all been concentrated on that. And these are dire issues. Are we saying that administration, security of lives and property, economic boom, these are the parts of administration that are meant to focus on? Are we saying all of this will be relegated? Because this is a dangerous horizon. We're hearing right now the president is on the country. Today is the 1st of January 2026, and rain fell. It signals something positive, I believe. But to see this kind of news on a day like this, to mark the new year, it's desecrating what the new year is supposed to start as. And this will cause a chain of reaction.
Esther.
What if the Christians begin to retaliate?
That's what I've been. Because look, Esther, if Christians if they're not careful, they will be decimated in this country. Now that Israel have come to make it an open declaration, and no Muslim leader came to debunk and rather they are diverting attention with inanities. Esther, they are diverting our attention with inanities. Tax law, whatever, P2B. Meanwhile, a serious issue is going on underground. Esther, ask yourself, why is it that nobody has deemed it fit to destroy the people who have taken over Benue and Plateau villages? And the indigenous IDP camp for 10 years now. Esther, go and check. Let them go and show me one Muslim, especially a Fulani man that is in that IDP camp in Benue and Plateau. Let them go, just one person, one.
But Barrister, a couple of them are there. And Hausas and IDP camps. Barrister, have you been
I said it's not possible. Somebody has gone to do the investigation. I said it is all Christian villages. That is why they took it over. What something is over? Why are you trying to pamper it?
Barrister, nobody's pampering anything. But you can't say there are no Fulanis in those IDP camps. You can't say there are no Fulanis in those IDP camps.
For what?
There are Fulanis in IDP camps.
Esther, oh my God, Esther, if you go there and find one Fulani man in that IDP camp, I will surrender myself from here. I'm not joking.
You surrender, you transfer all your money to my account every month.
Is that your problem? With conditions.
With conditions. So it has reached the point you can't give me the money.
You now come and manage the money at home.
No, I don't.
Is that not okay?
Barrister Darlington.
Will come and react. Now, but what I'm saying is that there is no Fulani in that IDP camp. It can never happen.
Barrister, what's your certainty?
I said, let them debunk it now. I'm giving you. Go let them debunk it. Let them debunk it. No Fulani man is in that IDP camp. No Fulani man. I said Fulani. It can never happen. It's not possible. Because they are the ones that caused the problem. So how can one of their own suffer it? How can one of their own suffer? It's not possible.
But Barrister, you would have thought that since we're running Muslim ticket, that it would have helped issues.
Did I not say it here when they said no, Tinubu have a Christian wife? How can she be there when you will be telling the husband what to do and what not to do? I said, shut up. She is not a state actor, so she don't have any position, any mouth in governance. Is that not what I said there? As I always say, because somebody was running his mouth this morning that everything I criticize. He cannot even tell you one thing I criticize that he went to Sawa or that is not right. Esther, he did not tell me that all my criticisms are all falsehood, they are all propaganda. If you say something that is right, something that is factual, what is wrong with it, Esther? Tell me. At least if you don't know, listen to those who can teach you instead of running your mouth. I said it, they said he's a Christian. I said, okay, what happened at the end of the day? What happened at the end of the day? Since they know better. There's something the Christian community would have pursued from the beginning and said, no, we'll not accept it, we'll not accept it. No, it can never happen. They kept quiet, telling me that Remi Tinubu is a Christian. At the end of the day, they threatened her. And no Christian after the word. They threatened her, Esther. And no Christian, these same Christians. I don't know whether Christianity has turned to foolishness, that you cannot even defend yourself. I don't know when Christianity turned to foolishness. I told you the other time, Jesus can say, when they slap you in the right cheek, turn to the right one. It's only your two cheek you have. When they slap you this side and say this side, the next one is that is fight for your freedom. But they have slapped you both cheeks, knock your head, kick your butt.
I'm expecting the presidency to react to this as soon as possible. So it doesn't seem like
they will not say
no, Barrister, the president needs to address this. This is not funny to at this point in time. This is not funny because this is outright what this group just did right now. They didn't just isolate it to a particular region. They said all Christians in Nigeria, like everywhere, including we here in Lagos, and we've heard that they have cells all over the place. So it means that security apparatus needs to be upgraded. Security needs to be on point. This is no longer funny because what these people are doing is sending a subtle message to their whatever minions across other regions, and people will now start trying to protect themselves. The government needs to prioritize the people, and I expect the president and the security agencies, the Minister of Defense, to respond to this as soon as possible and not lie low. Because to prove their point, they showed the third village, like they were going from one Christian village to another. Now imagine how many homes are in a village. Do you know what that means? You're taking us back.
In the north, do you know how they live? Christians live separately in a particular environment. They are always, identified. They don't mix up. Like in Lagos here, you can go in a city, you see Muslims, No, they don't live like that in the northern villages. Christians always live in a separate enclave, so that at every point in time they can be identified. They don't mix up over there. That's why they were able to isolate those villages and burn them down.
I'm saying that if they're on their third village, it's dangerous because you have as many as
80
homes in the village.
They have not said anything before. They are not going to say anything, and that is my worry here.
All right, we're maintaining that there is no Fulani person in any of these IDP camps. You believe that it's not possible. That most of the persons there are basically of Christian faithfuls, who are possibly from the Hausa tribe specifically. And I asked you, what is your 100% certainty?
They are Benue and Benue people who are mostly Christians. Okay. Benue people who are mostly Christians together in a plateau, Jos. They are plateau people who are mostly Christians. They cannot hurt one of their own. It's not possible. Like these Christian villages they burnt now. Yeah. Did they tell you that they burnt the Fulani villages? Esther, did you hear such a thing?
No, ISWAP categorically said Christian villages.
Yes, of course. That's what I've been doing selectively. That's what I've been doing. They cannot hurt their own. That's what I'm telling you. And I want somebody to challenge me now and prove me wrong.
But the US has told us something that they're not done, that Nigeria should expect more of this. They told us that their jets have been going through the hot zones around the region. They've been doing what you call an aerial mapping. And there are questions as to how quick the next batch will come up, because now you're seeing these guys brazenly come out to give out their threats. Do you think this is the last kick? This is the last kick of a dying horse to prove a point?
No, they are serious, because whatever bombardment you are going to do from the air, you need ground troop to do the re-clean-up. Esther, you need ground troop to do the re-clean-up. Besides, as you are bombarding, like that man told us the other day, if we kill 10 of them, 20 will come in. Is that not what he said? So they are recruiting more from all over Africa. That's the truth. They have endless sources of these terrorists from where they are coming from. And to make matters worse, the real sponsors of terrorism, Esther, why have you not called them out? Because they are the real sponsors. They are the real sponsors. And the 210 trillion naira we are looking for, it is in the hands of somebody, and you don't know what they are doing with that money, Esther.
Now, with this, do you now see the reason why a couple of people believe that Atiku should not be the one to front that ticket in ADC, because they believe that when it comes to religious whatever. But then if you look at it in another way, the president is from the southwest. You now have a vice who is obviously a northern Muslim, and it hasn't made any difference.
So, and besides, I told everybody that Atiku is a moderate. Atiku is not a fanatical Muslim. He's not an extremist. Nobody can accuse him of being an extremist like a Buhari. Nobody. Atiku is a moderate Muslim. He doesn't have time in this Muslim fundamentalism. He's not interested in that. That's the truth. So why can't we? Is the owner of a mad dog that will call a mad dog to order? That's the truth. Since we have decided to stay with them and live with them, then let us make use of them to achieve our purpose. They said no. If article should even be there and somebody who is a Christian is second, will he allow all this thing to continue? Are we not going to ask a big question? Say, what are you doing there? I will call him out from here. Esther, I will call him out from here. Say, what are you doing? This thing that is going on in the north today, Esther. Is it? I mean, didn't Nnamdi Kanu do 1/4 of the protest he did? The protest sent him to jail. I mean, 1/4. Didn't Nnamdi Kanu go this far in telling everybody that you kill all the Muslims in the southeast and in Nigeria? Did he say it? Esther, did he say it? This is why I quarrel with people. The real problem of Nigeria, they are not addressing it. But when they see one small thing that somebody reacted to counter what is being said, they will take it up. Esther, they will take it up and forgot the root cause of the problem. They want you to keep quiet. Whatever they tell you, just accept it. Don't talk. Me, it's not possible. I will shout from the rooftop.
So what should the Christians do now?
They should prepare. They should prepare. That is why Israel doesn't want to, let go. Because how could you don't want to live in peace with your neighbor? Every time you are talking of violence. What do you gain? Please, what will this violence give us, Esther? Is it that if all of us become Muslims, we are not Nigeria will become paradise? I don't understand. What are we going to gain if all of us become Muslim? Let them not tell us. Is it not in Muslim states, Arab nations, that we are having conflict all over the world now today? Esther, is it not those Arab nations that are fully Muslim? So
there is Dubai, there's Kuwait. This is a country that is basically an Islam nation. It's developed. You don't like
they don't copy those. They will not copy it. Even Saudi Arabia, that is the seat of the Muslim world. You saw what they did to Gumi. Because of his views, they said he should not enter Saudi Arabia again. But this man, we are tolerating him here, Esther. This man, we are pampering him here. You can imagine a country that wants to move forward. Saudi Arabia, the seat of the Islamic world. They don't want such people in that country. Yet here, we are in bed with them. They are working with the government, sleeping with the government. And you are telling me that there is something is not wrong somewhere, Esther. You are telling me that before Donald Trump even come into Nigeria, Esther, what was the Nigerian government doing? If they have done the needful, will Donald Trump come? Tell me. If the Nigerian government have been very, very, frontal in this matter, will Donald Trump come?
So nobody answer that question. With what ISWAP has done now, does it actually validate the fact that it was indeed a Christian genocide?
Of course.
The Nigerian government, what happened? Now that ISWAP has said what they said, how will their reaction be? What will their reaction or response to this be?
I am even waiting for Christian leaders who have been compromised, who couldn't smell the coffee, they couldn't read the handwriting on the wall. People like Father Kuka. Let them reply to ISWAP now, or they will dismiss it as nothing, Abi. I said, how many Christian groups are going to burn Muslim villages in the north? Let them come out and tell us. Since they are hiding, they don't want to talk because they get them crossed from the table. They made a member of a board, and that is why you could not say the truth. You could not say the truth. Look at it. Is it not obvious now? Will they hide it again?
But with all of this now, you called Plateau Benue. The Plateau State Governor Caleb Mutfwang has officially resigned from the PDP. He's joining the APC.
Let them go ahead.
These are states that have been affected by insecurity that you would think would try as much as possible to isolate themselves from a political party that you say encourages insecurity. But the state that has been bedeviled by this has aligned with the All Progressives Congress. So
they are on their own.
Who is on their own?
The governor that are defecting to APC. When during the election, the people will speak with their feet and with their hand. They can defect. And do you know why this defection is going on? Because the Supreme Court failed us. If they are taking a decision on this defection galore, maybe nobody would have even tried it, Esther. Nobody would have tried it, but the Supreme Court kept mute. Meanwhile, there are provisions in our laws, as though that of governor was not mentioned. But the Supreme Court would have issued an administrative order, an administrative judgment to stem this tide. To stem this tide of defection. Esther, look at it this way. If the Supreme Court can make a declarative statement or judgment on a matter that is constitutional, like this local government and financial autonomy, why can't the same Supreme Court to make such a declaration against defection? Yes, because constitutionally, the state and the local government are to have joint account.
Yes.
Good. That is why the governors are not letting go. But the Supreme Court, even though they are
local government should give their autonomy.
But the Supreme Court ruled against it. Why can't the same Supreme Court, for the sake of peace, for the sake of sanity, say, look, this defection, if you defect, you lose your whatever. Why can't the Supreme Court do it? I need to bring sanity into the system. They kept quiet because it favors APC. They kept quiet because even where it was very clear, like section 109 about state lawmaker defecting, nobody ruled on it up to today. And that is causing a lot of hiccup in River State. You can see where this problem are deliberately created by a party that want to destroy Nigeria, not to build it. A party that want to destroy everything is all about self. And people just kept quiet. Nobody's talking. Nobody say this, then they're coming. Why? Imagine if all the political parties are one party star. Is that not an easy road to a one-party state? Because power corrupts, and absolutely power corrupts absolutely. If Tinubu gather all this power, Esther, do you think he will just drop it and leave in 2031? Is it possible? Hold on, no. You mean all this power when he gather all of them, with all the political parties, with all the governors behind him, state assembly, national assembly, the judiciary, if all of them are behind Tinubu, will he leave office in 2031?
Well, Barrister, in 2014, when the PDP was in power, you saw all the governors defecting to PDP. That did not guarantee the win of Jonathan. So you can never tell the same thing could happen to the APC.
It was not like this. Look, I've told you, don't compare apple and orange because they are fruits. There are differences, Esther. It was not like this under PDP. You know it. Let us not...
no, we're just saying that we had governors who defected to the ruling party then in droves, and it didn't guarantee the win of Jonathan.
The 5 governors that left PDP, they left. Remember, I wrote an article on it in the Sun newspaper. They left PDP. Abi, it's on record. It's on record. People left PDP. Nobody talking about those ones.
So you're saying people left PDP at the time and also defected.
No one has left the APC.
Exactly.
Or significant persons.
That's the difference here. That's the difference. That's the difference. So please, when something is obvious, don't push it. There is something going on here. Something is wrong. Esther, something is wrong. And not even with performance. If you are defecting because you like what is going on, because 90% of the people of the world, they like good things. Abi? They like when things are happening, they want to belong. Tell me what is happening in APC that will make you go there. Tell me.
Wow, a lot is happening for the governors to want to go there.
We are not seeing it, Abi.
Maybe they are seeing something that we are not seeing.
Are you serious?
Because they're defecting there. Plateau has joined. Canvas has joined. Almost all of them have joined. We now have 27 APC states.
That's why I'm telling that something is wrong. Something is wrong. This is not the normal trend of things now. You go to where things are happening. Where performance, the whole Nigeria agree that yes, this party, this president, they are doing so well. Things are working.